What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Restoration with Vick. For today's project, we got these Nike SB Bucks from 2003. This is a rare colorway. You don't see the shoe very often, but just like any dunk from the early 2000s, these are gonna need a full sole reglue. The uppers are toasted. We're gonna have to go in, bring the green suede back to life, remove the creasing, do some repainting on the leather, and give the shoe a full deep clean using Rejuvenated products. So, let's get started. For before and after purposes, we're gonna put this shoe to the side and focus on the left shoe. Now we're gonna take out our laces and insoles to give us a thorough cleaning later on in this video. Time to take the shoe apart. All the glue on the inside of the sole is completely dried out, so once I get rid of the stitching, it's gonna come apart really easily. So in the past, I usually hang on to the stitching, but this stitching's white and it's kind of falling apart and it's super dinged, so I'm just gonna rip it apart and replace it later. Cleaned out the crack. Our next focus is the sole. Right now it's grimy and it has oxidation. Before we can remove the yellowing, we gotta go in and give it a proper deep clean. For this, we'll be using some Rejuvenated solution and our brass bristle brush. Outsole is fully cleaned up, now we're dealing with yellowing. For this, we're gonna be using some Rejuvenated Sole Revive. We're gonna apply it throughout the entire sole, wrap it in some Saran Wrap, and then put it in the Vick 2000. Sole Revive is applied onto the sole. We're also gonna be focusing on the uppers. The inside is covered in hair and debris, so while we're over there, we're gonna be using their compressor and vacuums to clean up the insides. Insides are fully cleaned up. There was so much hair inside. That's probably the thing I hate the most about used shoes. When I look at the insides and see a bunch of hair, whether it's from dogs, cats, or human hair, I don't like it. But it's good to go. Now for the uppers, we're gonna be using a soft bristle brush, some solution, water, and a shoe tree. First things first, let's put our shoe tree in. Next, we're gonna grab our solution, squirt 2 squirts inside our bowl of water. And now, let's grab our soft bristle brush, dunk it in our water and solution, and start hitting the uppers and insides. Let's let these dry. We're back. We got the shoe fully dried and clean. It turned out great. The insides are fresh. The outsides, all the grime and stains are completely off the green suede. Right now the green suede is kind of crunchy. We'll reset the nap on the suede later on in this video. Right now what we got to focus on is the prep work. All on the bottom part, there's a bunch of old glue that we got to get off before we apply new glue. So for this, we're going to shave it off using an X-Acto knife. So far so good, the glue is slicing off nicely. One thing I'm noticing is I'm starting to lose the original glue line on the suede. So for this, I'm gonna grab a heat removable pen and outline where the line is. That way when I go in and apply the new glue, I know where the line is. We're about halfway done with the prep work. Now we're on to using acetone and cotton balls to finish removing the glue off the sole, foam cushion, and the bottom of the upper. Prep work is complete. Now we're on to applying our glue. For this, we'll be using some Bar Super Stick. We're gonna apply it to all 3 parts. Glue's been applied and it's cured for a few hours. Now we're gonna go ahead and bond all 3 parts together, but we're gonna start off by heating it up first. So far so good, alignment's on point. Now we're on to the last part. The last part in my opinion is kind of the trickiest. Hopefully this works out perfectly. My bad, yo. Dropped the phone. Glue job is fresh and complete. Alignment's on point, I can't complain. At the moment, I can't give you guys a full-on stress test just because the glue is still fresh, but I will do that later on in this video. Right now, our next focus is the leather. On the toe box and the side panels, we gotta repaint it white, but first, we're gonna do some prep work using some alcohol prep pads. We're gonna prep it and then tape it off so we can lay down some paint. All taped up, now let's put down our white paint. White paint job is good to go, looks brand new, luckily no touch-ups are needed. We're gonna jump back to the midsole, the glue is fully dried, we gotta restitch the sole, we got our brand new white thread. For this, we're gonna be using a sewing gauze. All done with the sewing, it came out great. I'm getting faster and faster each time when I do this step. Just so you guys know, I used to hate doing reglues, but with the proper techniques and patience, it's really not that hard. Now we're gonna jump back to the yellow leather. On the bottom area, it needs to be touched up, but on the sides of both shoes, where it creases, the leather has cracked. Before we can go in and paint it, we gotta smooth that out using some sandpaper. For this, we're gonna start off with 400 grit and then move on to 600. Prep is complete. Now we're gonna tape off everything but the yellow panels so we can lay down the paint. All taped up once again. We're gonna start off with laying down a white base coat. Once the white's laid down, we'll lay down our custom mixed yellow paint. Paint job is complete, it came out perfect. Now we gotta jump back to the green suede to wrap up this project. The suede is still rough, so we're gonna be using our medium bristle brush to reset the nap on the suede to bring it back to its original soft texture. After that, we're gonna be spraying our Rejuvenator mink oil to bring back the vibrancy on the green suede. Suede is back to its original soft state. Now the last step we gotta do is go outside, spray some mink oil. We'll also take our horsehair brush to brush in the mink oil. Let's go. Can't go without the cap. Alright guys, that is going to bring us to an end on this full restoration on these 2003 Nike SB Bucks. I love working on these older beat up Dunks because these are good quality shoes that need a little bit of TLC to bring them back to life. For this shoe, we started off by removing the sole, got rid of all the old glue on the sole and the uppers, applied fresh new glue and made the shoe wearable once again. We also applied new stitching throughout the entire midsole. One more thing I did to the outsole was apply Sole Revive and put them in the indoor setup to bring them back to these white brand new results. On the uppers and soles, we used our Rejuvenator Signature Shoe Cleaning Kit to give the shoe a proper deep clean inside and out. We got rid of all the grime that was on the green suede. For the green suede, we brought it back to life using some mink oil and got some good vibrant results. And finally, we repainted the white leather and the yellow. This shoe looks brand new now. It's been through hell the last 20 years, but now it's good for another 20 years plus. You can find all our products at rejuvenator.com. Use my promo code down below to save some money. This is Vic Almighty. I'll catch you guys next Monday. See you guys. Got smacked too.